Okay, with Robert McCracken, Carl Froch's trainer. Robert, what are your memories of the first fight? It was brutal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a tough fight, very tough one. I think Carl recovered quicker than Mikkel did after the contest, and it's a good gauge the level of opposition Carl's fought since and the level that Mikkel's fought. If you can get anything out of who's going to win this fight, maybe there's something in that, maybe there isn't. But if you go on form and the way boxing works out, generally tends to go with the fighter who's been fighting the better opposition. So we're confident Carl can do it, but it'll be a great fight.
I mean, you mentioned that. I mean, Carl, arguably, now at his peak, hasn't looked better than he has done in his last few fights. Mikkel, perhaps, is slipping. Do you think there's any truth in the fact that Mikkel's not the fighter he was?
I mean, I started to believe a little bit of what I was hearing, but seeing him against Brian McGee, he looked as good as ever. He's a great fighter, and you underestimate him at your peril. So we know what we're up against May 25th, and Carl's going to do the boxing. I'm there to try and help him with the tactics and get him prepared. But Carl knows it's not going to be easy, and you'd be a fool if you think we're going to win the fight comfortably. It's not going to happen. Kessler will contest every round. Very, very tough fighter. Very, very good skill-wise. He's got everything you need. It's not going to be easy at all. But we're very confident that Carl will do it because we think Carl's the better professional fighter. We think Carl's fought better opposition, and we think that will show on the night.
Yeah, I mean, you're obviously very positive and confident with you have every right to be that. But you're not just his trainer; you're also a close friend of his. And considering how brutal that first fight was, there any nerves for you personally? Sending your friend off into battle.
Yeah, of course. So I'll get nervous every time Carl boxes, and I'll get nervous again when he fights Mikkel. But I'll keep them in check. We're very positive. We genuinely believe Carl will win the fight. He believes he'll win the fight. He knows the mistakes that he made out in Denmark. We'll have the game plan right. The beauty of top-level boxing, elite fighters fighting each other, it's such a thin line on the night between who wins and who loses. So you never really know, and half the crowd won't know who's going to win on the night until someone's hands raised. But form-wise, timing of his career-wise, Carl's in the perfect place. Let's hope Mikkel's showing the signs of wear and tear. Not sure he is actually, but whatever Kessler brings, I'm sure Carl will have enough to see him off on the night.
One last question: is there a sense that the Carl Froch jigsaw is almost complete? Is this one final piece, getting that revenge over Kessler?
I think at this level, we're not used to British fighters that fight constantly at the elite level like Carl has done over the last 4 or 5 years. He's been magnificent. So you take one fight at a time, but there's no saying Carl beats Mikkel. It's a great fight. There's not a trilogy. These two could go again. They're true tremendous athletes. Everybody wants to watch them fight each other. This is boxing at its best. They're great advertisement. They're both athletes. Got good personalities, smart. So you don't need to sell the fight. It's a fight between two great warriors of the ring, and Froch is going to do it.
Get involved with all the best boxing banter at our forum, and that's forum.boxingnewsonline.net.